On the way to the ring, from Cameron, North Carolina, weighing in at 225 pounds, Matt Hardy. Ladies and gentlemen, it is now time for the Royal Rumble match. Introducing first, on the way to the ring, from St. Louis, Missouri, weighing in at 245 pounds, Randy Orton.
Now it's time to shine. I'm gonna take what's mine. Take what's mine.
A textbook reversal. Can he follow up? He's got this crowd solidly behind him. And now he's going to give them exactly what they want to see.
You can't just keep playing.
Look at that. That's going to go over big with the fans and build some momentum at the same time.
You really got to watch out for your opponent when they get fired up like this.
On this day.
Man, I'll tell you what, man, this one's just turned into a fight. Pure and simple. We knew it was going to be intense. We knew it was going to be physical. But I don't think anyone was prepared for this.
I gotta admit, it kind of took me by surprise, Cole. That don't happen too often.
That's an understatement. You've been in hundreds of matches in your career. People call hundreds more. You usually have a pretty good idea of what to expect, but not this time.
I guess it just goes to show you, Cole, like they say, anything can happen here in the WWE. There we go.
Out of the ring and out of the match.
There's not a superstar in a lot.
Nice reversal.
He just got eliminated. Can you believe that?
I don't think there's a superstar on the roster with as much drive and determination as Matt Hardy, and these fans certainly react to that.
Yeah, well, they might react even better to a win every now and then, if you know what I'm saying.
Well, excuse me, Taz, but I didn't hear a bell. The match is still going on last I checked. Great reversal. Each of these competitors is looking for the slightest hint of weakness in the other.
That's the law of the jungle, Cole. An injured superstar's like a wounded animal. It's survival of the fittest.
And that also means that if you're not at 100%, you've got to be able to hide it from your opponent.
You got that right, Cole. This business is as psychological as it is physical. You can't let your opponent think they're easy pickings.
Well, I wouldn't consider any. Here it is, Taz. He's building up a head of steam, and he's about to let his opponent have it.
I'll tell you what.
This superstar is all fired up, and so is this capacity crowd.
Yeah, well, tell you what. One mistake and we're going to see that fire go out pronto.
The adrenaline is pumping. The crowd is coming alive. This is what they came to see.
Hey, Cole, you know what? Try to restrain yourself a little bit, okay? You're supposed to be calling this bad boy right down the middle. Man, is a more look like a punk with that counter. Watch it. He reversed it.
You've seen this before. He'll do whatever it takes to win and take every advantage he can.
Hey, now that's not going to make you popular, but you got to do whatever it takes to win.
He anticipated that move perfectly. He just eliminated him with authority.
There's the reversal, Cole. I'll tell you, all the WWE superstars are legit tough guys. Man, what a ride! They took them all the way out of the match.
It's Finley. And there's the reversal. To fight.
You don't look too thrilled about it, but out is out. See it. It's so great seeing these athletes compete here tonight. I had a feeling they were going to wind up against each other sooner or later.
There were times when it seemed like it wasn't going to happen, but I can't.
This crowd really swelled this match.
There's no doubt that these fans love him, Taz, and he's feeding off that energy right now.
Man, I'm telling you, from my in-ring experience,
And there goes a superstar.
this has been a great match so far. I think it's pretty obvious which way it's going.
Oh, really? Are you willing to go out on a limb and actually make a guess then?
There's no guesswork involved, Cole. But if you're going to be snippy, I'm just going to keep my mouth shut.
Wow, if I knew it was that easy, I would have said that years ago. Watching these superstars go at it reminds me why I prefer to stay on this side of the announce table.
Oh, come on, Cole. That's not just let me train you. You could be cruiserweight champions in like a year.
Oh, no. I've heard stories about the way you train people, and you make Marine drill instructors look like pushovers.
Duh. They're just training people to go to war. I train them to be WWE superstars.
Well, thanks but no thanks, partner. I think I'll stick to announcing. What a counter that was. What a cowardly move. He can't win fair and square, so he tries to screw his opponent out of the victory.
Hey, look, there's nothing wrong with him doing whatever it takes to win the match. If it was that bad, the ref would have DQ'd him, right? Guerrero's a great superstar, and there's no doubt about it. But he's got to keep his head in this match and quit playing to the crowd if he wants to walk out of here with the win.
I think Eddie understands that there's more to this business than winning and losing, Taz. Few superstars enjoy the kind of support Eddie has, and he'll remain in their hearts forever.
Hey, I'm not saying it ain't nice to know the fans love you, Cole. I'm just saying it's nice to have your hand raised in victory after the match. And there's the counter, Cole.
I think that if one of these superstars successfully executes their finishing move, this one is over.
That ain't necessarily the case, Cole. Just because it's called a finisher doesn't mean it always ends the match.
You sound like you're speaking from experience here, Taz.
Of course not. Whenever I locked into Taz mission, that was it. End of story. It was over.
I think you're developing a selective memory in your old age, partner. I knew it was only a matter of time before we saw that.
He's looking to finish over his opponent right here.
And that could do it. The Samoan Spike has claimed many a victim. And oh my God, this could be it.
Oh, man, you're not kidding. I think he just crushed his opponent's throat. Hit the showers. We're out of the match. He slipped out of that one.
Well, that reversal might stop his opponent's momentum dead. What a reversal.
almost feel bad for JR and King, Cole. Can you dig it? Last time he did he tried to hang on, but not hard enough. I don't think the fans like that one too much. I'm sure this breaks just got hard.
It should. These fans are the lifeblood of WWE, and he doesn't give a damn what they think.
Oh, geez, look at this. Pandering to the crowd.
Nothing wrong with keeping the paying customers happy while you build some momentum, Taz.
You know, there is such a thing as playing to the crowd doing too much, and that's exactly what I'm seeing here.
I disagree. He's wrestled this match his way. He just didn't have enough left to hang on. Watching Shelton Benjamin in action like this brings back fond memories of his tag team days on Smackdown. They were two-time tag team champions in their rookie year, if you'll... There he goes! This one's over for him!
If Booker wants to win this thing, he better get focused on his opponent and get his mind off the fans.
You might as well tell Booker to stop breathing, Taz. He was born, he's out of the match, and on his way to the locker room.
The Boogeyman is a sick, twisted individual. That number is good qualities.
He's a unique character for sure, Taz, but he seems to resonate with these fans.
Well, then I guess the WWE fans, they're just as sick and twisted as the Boogeyman. If he's the kind of character they're rooting for, hey, you know what? To each his own. Man, this match is so good, it's even worth sitting next to you to watch it, Cole.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Taz. You know, you're not always my #1 choice for a podcast partner, right?
You know what you should do, girl fans? You should team up with Jerry Lawler. It could be the king and queen on commentary.
Real funny, Taz. You know, that would almost be worth not having to work with a joker like you all the time. This capacity crowd is making their opinions known tonight.
Don't feel like a real jerk. Sayonara, Scout. See you next time. These superstars are on top of their game, but only one of them is going to have their hand raised at the end of this one.
And that's a real shame because, like you said, this has been a great match so far.
Well, what do you want, Cole? You want to say that everyone wins so nobody gets their feelings hurt?
I never said that. I'm just saying that in a great match like this, everyone involved deserves credit for it. I get the feeling that Lance Cade's a lot more in love with himself than these fans are.
So what? The fans ain't always right. I've got booed plenty of times in my day, and most of the times I got booed, they were wrong. At the end of the day, people appreciated my abilities.
You sure it wasn't that charming attitude of yours, partner? Eddie Guerrero's one of my... That's one less superstar to deal with.
Oh, come on, quit showing off. Thank you, Captain Obvious.
I just think it's unfortunate whenever a superstar decides to cheat to win, rather than compete fair.
You know, instead of showboating to the fans, maybe you should really keep your head to this match.
Come on, Taz. And the crowd is come alive tonight with a chant directed at the superstars in the ring.
Wow, great reverse. I don't know if it's me or not, Cole. I don't know if this is the way it is or what the story is, but I think Shelton Benjamin has gotten a little too big for his britches since he went to Raw.
I don't get that impression, Taz. I think, if anything, Benjamin's matured over these last couple of years. He's well on his way to becoming a true main eventer.
That was a textbook reversal. Nice quick counter.
When it comes to fan favorites, there's no superstar more beloved by the WWE fans than Booker T.
Yeah, but I personally think Booker should spend a little bit less time, showboating, and more time focused on winning matches.
How can you say that, Taz? In case you've forgotten, Booker T is a 5-time WCW champion. It seems to me like his legacy is pretty well established.
You know what? That was then, this is now. You know what, Cole? If Booker T wants to impress me, he should get to work with Wow. Now, that one's not in the rule book. But you know what they say? It's not a...
I think he's going for his finisher here!
Team old suplex. Hey, you know who invented that, right? I love hearing the crowd come alive. Even
He was one step ahead on that one.
well, that narrowed things down a little bit. He dodged that bullet.
Viscera isn't the likeliest ladies' man in the world, but I hear he does okay.
Well, sure, that's what he says, but you know, he's going for it.
He sure is. He nearly decapitated him with that very clothesline. There he goes. Tossed out of the ring and out of this match.
Tough luck. Guess he'll look to fight another day. He's got his opponent right where he wants him. And here comes the finish.
And you've got to think that these are going to take their toll here in this matchup.
Here come the coach with his punches. Gee, I wonder how many they're going to be.
If I had to guess, I bet that you would have to take off your shoes to keep count pass.
Well, it looks like they're slowing the pace down a little bit here. That might not be such a good move in my opinion. Come on, like his waistline, he's looking for something big here.
And they don't get bigger than that. The Viscera drop.
This is one heck of a match so far.
It sure is, Taz. What do you think the highlight has been so far?
Well, that'll probably come a little bit later on in the match. When you decide to shut your yap for a few seconds, and I can enjoy it.
I think someone's been... He saw that one coming.
When I look at a freak like the Great Khali, I'm glad I'm not an active competitor anymore.
Taz, are you seriously admitting that the Great Khali intimidates you?
Hey, don't go putting words in my mouth there, buddy. I'm not saying I could beat him. I'm just saying I'm glad I don't have to try.
Booker T has accomplished so much in his career. The Intercontinental title, the United States title, 5-time WCW, and there's an elimination.
Looks like they might be taking this match down a notch here, Cole.
The pace of the match may have slowed, but the intensity of these superstars certainly hasn't.
You can say that again. Waiting for your opponent to make a move or give an opening can be just as intense as putting a foot in.
And whether or not you have that kind of patience often means the difference between winning and losing a match. And this match is over for that superstar. I tell you, Taz, no matter how many times I see the Great Khali, I never get used to how enormous he is.
The word giant gets thrown around here a lot, but I'll tell you what, this guy over the ropes and down to the floor to Grandma's house we go. Hey, the ref's got a tough job. I mean, trying to keep these superstars on the up and up, that's hard.
Well, it's easier to get some superstars to play by the rules than others.
And you know what, Cole? If you're going to get on your high horse,
I think that's... Yes, it's an elimination.
I don't think this is just a match. This is just a person.
They've been beating that hell out of each other all match.
Yeah, but it's more than that, Cole. I don't think they look at each other the same way after this one. Man, you talk about superstars and they got an ounce of quit in them, huh? You're looking at them right here.
And that's a potentially dangerous mindset to be in. If you're too proud to realize you're in trouble, you might wind up risking your career for a single match.
Look, Cole, this ain't ballet. You gotta go in there every single match and be willing to do whatever it takes. You'd know that if you actually stepped in between the ropes.
I don't have to have been in a match to realize that jeopardizing my future for the sake of one match is incredibly short-sighted.
Cole, I swear, I'm gonna replace you with someone who actually knows what they're talking about. Maybe Carlito. He might be a little tough to understand sometimes, but at least he knows what it's like to wrestle men. I love watching Super Crazy at work. I'm telling you right now, this guy will do absolutely whatever it takes to win the match.
Yeah, and that includes bending the rules to their breaking point.
Quit your whining, girl pants. You sound like an old lady. Who cares if he breaks a few rules here and there? Winning is all that matters. When you see this level of competition, Cole, there is no doubt that Smackdown's just head and shoulders better than Raw.
I couldn't agree more, Taz. Raw has some incredible superstars, no question about it. But they just can't compete. Is this what I think it is?
Well, if you thought it was a double underhook DDT, you're right, Cole. I've been looking forward to this match all night long, Cole.
So have I. It's certainly been one of the most anticipated matchups in recent weeks.
And usually when you have that kind of hype, it's really tough to live up to the expectations. But these superstars ain't having any trouble doing that.
They sure aren't. And that's an impressive thing in and of itself. I don't think there's a superstar in the history of WWE who's gone from rookie to WWE champion as quickly as John Cena has.
Yeah, Cole, but you said it yourself. John Cena has shot up real quick. He ain't picked up the experience that a lot of other superstars have, and that could be a little bit of a problem for him.
Well, from where I sit, I haven't seen a lot of superstars give Cena much of a problem. He's held his own against some of the most talented veterans on the roster.
That's the problem, Cole. You're calling it from where you sit. I've actually been in the ring unlike you, and I'm saying back in my day, I would have loved to have been in the ring with a kid as cocky as Cena as I would have took him to school.
A great many superstars have tried to do just that, Taz, but Cena's still here. This isn't some wet-behind-the-ears rookie. He's a WWE champion, and that's all the credentials you need in my book. Victory means absolutely everything to these competitors tonight.
Thank you, Captain Obvious. You got the others like, I don't know, nobody wants to lose. Or how about this one? The superstar who beats their opponent will be the winner.
How about Taz should spend more time calling the match and less time cutting down his broadcast partner? Talk about rubbing your opponent's nose in it.
Think I'm keen. I know I'm sexy. I've got the looks.
He's got this guy right where he wants him.
And there it is! The scissors kick! Look out! He's measuring his opponent!
Oh! Scissors kick! You might have just knocked this guy out cold, Cole.
Look at this! He's pummeling his opponent in the turnbuckle with those close fist shots.
And in a situation like that, you can't even defend yourself. You gotta just try it. You don't cut it out to the best of your abilities. Well, I think this one's pretty much a foregone conclusion. Not too tough to figure out who's gonna win this one.
You know, this wouldn't be the first time you've made a prediction that didn't pan out.
That's pretty funny. You know what I predict? You keep up with your mouth, you're gonna have a permanent limp.
I don't think these fans appreciate the liberties Super Crazy takes for the rule, but there's no doubt that he's got an extremely entertaining style of wrestling.
That's what I've been saying. You can't help but like a guy who takes things to the extreme the way Crazy does. Michaels is getting up there, Cole. You know what? If he sticks around too much longer, the HBK is going to stand for has-been kid.
I don't think Shawn Michaels is ever going to be a has-been past. He looks as good today as he ever did, and I don't think that's going to change anytime soon. Rey Mysterio never fails to impress me, Taz. It seems like every time I see him in the ring, he finds another way to defy the laws of physics.
You know, Cole, people say that Rey Mysterio is just too small or not, big enough to compete and be successful in this business, and that's crazy. Just look at this guy's history and look at the present with Rey Mysterio. Oh boy, we've seen this one before.
We certainly have. A double underhook DDT, and that usually signifies that this match is not far from over. What an incredible match we've seen so far.
And it ain't over yet, Cole.
It sure isn't. I think these superstars could keep going for quite a while longer.
And I think these superstars are going to keep it up until they've got literally nothing left to give.
And that's the attitude you have to take to win. You know that your opponent isn't going to hold anything back, and you can't afford to either.
I'd love to know where you're coming up with this stuff, Cole. Because it's sure not from personal experience, I know that.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are seeing an incredible display of athletic ability here tonight.
What do you expect, Cole? These are WWE superstars for crying out loud. They're the greatest athletes in the world.
True enough, Taz. There's no off-season for them. There's no month or two off between matches.
There sure ain't, Cole. I mean, these guys are here week in and week out, and every night they leave it in the ring.
And they do it all for the WWE fans, Taz. Without them, none of us would even be here. I think it's only a matter of time before Super Crazy pulls out his usual strategy of cheating to win.
Yeah, Crazy will break rules. This guy comes up with stuff the human body wasn't meant to do.
I have to